You know, when we look at those two examples and the other two that I mentioned, what is it about them? And it was just so clear that compared to government, compared to private sector, compared to other community groups, all of which have a really important role to play, co-ops had a really particularly special and valuable and often unrecognized role, being member-owned, pooling risk, buying power. The existing social connections that already were in place through the co-op meant that they could get that communication and that support going really quickly. And in some cases, having a physical place to meet. So we have sent some recommendations to government. And the first one on this screen, I'll just show you, which is cooperatives deserve a seat at the table. Often co-ops aren't in the roundtables that happen after disasters. We're saying they should be, and government and the whole community will benefit. What we saw out of Australia, particularly with the bushfires and probably with the the West Australian cyclones a couple of years earlier, I don't think the co-ops actually thought about preparedness for disasters. That wasn't in their mind. However, the successful role they played in the recovery actually has served as preparedness for the next one. And I think that is now recognized. And so it's almost like getting that sense that there's a bit of a continuum there. I certainly, when I look at the framework that Bill shared, which is great, and sort of, you know,
navigating the
internationally
integrated format is challenging.
But I think the co-ops very much are on the preparedness and recovery feeds into preparedness for the next one. A lot of the mitigation and response in Australia is really with the emergency services and government, but, you know, all working together. Yeah, you know, if you make sure, I guess my key point is when you recover well, make sure you don't lose those lessons, feed those into preparedness for next time.
I think there's a tremendous amount of opportunity for cooperatives to get in on this space and to partner with the insurance companies or whoever to find ways to bridge these gaps, to help people be more resilient, to help them manage these types of risks that they're exposed to, and not just from a reactionary standpoint, which insurance is very reactionary. Something happens, you call your insurance and it kicks in. Getting in front of it so those phone calls don't have to happen. And I think co-ops have a tremendous opportunity there to get into that space and start that discussion at the kind of the grassroots level and build up from there, and work with community partners and work with national organizations and every step in between.
Absolutely. And I think there's a role for cooperation among co-ops. We're very well positioned to develop strategies in a coordinated way at all levels and all stages of disaster resilience.